What up, what up, what up? Welcome to more playoff action with your boy Brian James and my guy, Philly Guy. What's good, Philly Guy?
I'm ready for this PS5 action, man. Let's get it started.
Oh, yeah. We got a big time matchup. Winner goes to the championship between Cal Bear and Memphis Dougie. Or Memphis Doug. Whatever he's going by now.
He's definitely going to be doing the Dougie if he wins this game.
Definitely,
You're
definitely,
talking
definitely.
about he's in this position with the Houston Texans. How is that even possible?
What you mean possible? You ball out. You get a team, you ball out, you win, you make it to the playoffs. That's how you do it. It's quite simple, man.
So I can't use the excuse that they don't have any talent on their team. I mean, what's going on here?
I don't know who said they didn't have talent. It's just you got to know what you're doing with the team, and this guy clearly knows what he's doing with his team.
Right.
So
Well, his
shout
matchup
out to
might be
Memphis
open,
Doug,
though.
man,
Okay. Okay.
balling out with the team. All right, we got a loss of two right there. Cal Bear getting right to it, huh? Melvin
Yeah.
Ingram on the tackle.
Yeah, getting that tackle for a loss on the first play. But, I'm just trying to put this Texas team into perspective because a lot of people would think that the Texans would be here. But like you said, he's been balling out.
Definitely.
So you've had an opportunity to play against the Texans. What is it that makes them so explosive and so elite?
The run game, the pass game, they're pretty much solid at everything. You got to keep in mind, Memphis Doug is a guy that when the MCS has the ladder events, he always qualifies. So he's an elite player. You know, he always qualifies and makes it to day 2 or 3. So he's definitely a player that you have to watch out for and be accountable for.
Okay. So is Cal Bear in over his head, or does he have a chance?
Calbert definitely has a chance. He's a player that you wanna see in a playoff game like this. He's elite. He's been competitive for the last I guess 2 years. He made the playoffs last year. Year
Hmm.
before he was competitive. So like he's definitely a player you wanna always account for.
Yeah, and we saw what he was able to do against Illuminati to get here. So what is it that Cal Bear is going to have to do against Memphis Doug if he wants to win this game?
Play defense. You can't give up points like that. It's quite simple. Play defense, make plays, do what you got to do to win. It's quite simple. Not a difficult task. What is it? I'm not gonna say it's not a difficult task, but just stick to your guns, play your game, and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm seeing that throw and catch right there for the score. There were no abilities on that receiver, so I mean, how does that even happen? What is Cal Bear not understanding about some of these matchups
Uh,
that the Texans will be able to exploit?
well, first off, if you relying on abilities to win, then that's one thing. But like I said, Memphis Doug is been doing his thing with the Texans, balling out. He made a few trades, did a few things, made a few moves. Very little, not many moves, but enough moves to improve in certain areas to where you didn't have to give up the core of the team.
Hmm.
And it's about to pay dividends for him if he can win this game. He'll find himself in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, and I got to imagine that if he finds himself in the AFC Championship and has the opportunity to represent the Super Bowl, I mean, this Texans team that we're looking at, they're going to get a lot of upgrades on both sides of the football.
Possibly. He's been like I said, he hasn't dominated in any statistical category, but he's definitely done what's found like the gritty ways to win. A lot of players like to pass, a lot of players like to be finesse, and you kind of have a style. But Memphis Doug, he just does what it takes to win, and he gets his arms dirty, hands dirty, and not afraid to get in the mud, man. Get his hands dirty and get in the mud and play and win games.
All right, so he's getting dirty with the Dougie.
I don't
I
I
know.
don't I don't know.
I know.
No,
I know. I
nah.
couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. It's Halloween, man. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Probably had a little
Halloween
bit too much
stream,
candy
man.
this early. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's super early, man, and you can. I'm sure people can probably tell, like, yo, They're calling the game at 10 a.m. Yeah, we're calling the game at 10 a.m. because this is when these guys were able to play, and they wanted to get their game in early on Halloween because tonight they got a trick or treat. Most people got kids or want to go to Halloween parties and things like that. So, we're getting in early so everybody can enjoy the festivities tonight.
Shout out to everybody that is going to be celebrating Halloween responsibly. Definitely one of my favorite holidays when I was growing up, and
Great run, great run.
looking forward to seeing the strategy that Cal Bear puts together here, because in his matchup against Illuminati, he took Travis Kelsey out of the equation and was able to shut down Illuminati's potent offense. But here, how often do you expect for him to try to get the ball up top to Tyreek Hill?
Well, he definitely has the advantage with the speed. And I think you gotta mix it up with Tyreek Hill and Waddle, And
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
right
I don't
here.
think I don't think Memphis Doug is gonna give him time to get that deep pass off that he wants to get. But if he's able to, it could be lethal. If he's able to get the ball off to Tyreek Hill. But Tyreek Hill looked pretty covered on that last play.
Definitely did, and the pressure also got there. So,
Definitely.
I can't help but wonder, with having that much speed and talent on the offensive side, if maybe Cal Bear is going to try to force the issue a little bit
Oh, great
so he
run.
can have a big play downfield.
Great run. Great run.
So, like you said, he got the 1st and 10 on the running play, running a little bit of a balanced attack here. Throws that jailbreak screen.
And we got a touchdown by Cal Bear. Tyreek Hill pushes it to the end zone and scores. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. And make sure you guys tune into the AFC and NFC Championship on the PS5 side. This is a PS5 Pro League of the Madden Underground, with two of our fierce competitors, Cal Bear and Memphis Doug, locking in, trying to show their superiority on the stakes. So let's see who's gonna be victorious in this matchup. Cal Bear coming in seems to be messing with that 3-3-5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eager to see how it all pans out.
I appreciate the heads up. It looks like the default microphone went back into effect, but we switched it back to the blue snowball. So,
I got you.
how
I
am I
figured
sounding?
you sound great.
All right, fantastic.
All right. I figured something was up. That's why I was like, let me go ahead and let them know. But we got a big time matchup here, man. And we got a 2nd and 5. Memphis Doug at the 30-yard line, trying to get it to the end zone. And Cal Bear is unable to stop him as he pushes it. Pierce, man. Pierce has been a problem all year in the run game. He's hard to stop. He's a big body back. He's not the fastest, but he's hard to bring down. So that makes him pretty tough to stop.
Yeah, and you talked about this balanced attack, and he's having success moving the ball under center, and he's
Great
hitting
run.
those holes and cutting it upfield and getting positive yards.
Exactly. And that's what you got to do. And I don't know if this is the defense you want to call to try to stop what it is that Memphis Doug is doing, but I guess he's rather give up the run than give up a big play in the pass.
Yeah, you've talked about it plenty of times about picking your poison and just deciding what you want to give up defensively. So you got to wonder if that's going to be something that Memphis Doug can take advantage of, or if Cal Bear is going to wait him out and force him to pass and possibly force a turnover.
Definitely. You can tell he's trying to wait him out, but I don't know. Patience is a virtue, and I don't know if Cal Bear has it.
Well, right there, it looks like the protection was good. Somebody got through, so Memphis was unable to complete the pass, but it looked like his receiver was open there. Just got to give himself just a little bit more time to make that completion and get the first down.
Definitely. And we got a first down there, right there by Memphis Doug. And he got David Mills doing this thing at the quarterback position. And most people aren't big fans of the guy, but the guy's doing a great job of developing him as a quarterback and making him be an impact player in the youth movement that the Texans have going right there. Well, they didn't fight, but he still brings them down for a loss of 2.
Yeah, that's one of the more controversial plays in this game is the apparent tackle for loss in the backfield, and then the running back is able to break out and have big yards, but Miami's defense able to follow up and keep him in the backfield there. So looks like Memphis Doug is going to have to open it up a little bit on the passing game and try to get his first down this way.
Yeah, yeah. And tackle, like I said, we saw in a lot of playoff games on the Xbox side that the tackle battles could be detrimental to someone's health if it's not done correctly, regardless if it's a fumble or a broken tackle that results in a touchdown.
Now, you've been giving out a lot of good advice before and during the playoffs, Brian James. So when can we expect an ebook coming from you specifically for Connected Franchise Mode?
I don't know. Never thought about it. Maybe soon. Maybe I'll put together something just to, put out there for the franchise community. See if they want to tinker with it a bit. It's a lot of things information that people don't know about, and that could be probably very, very beneficial to them if they were to have access to it.
No, I definitely think so. I mean, you've been dropping gems all throughout the season, and that's one of the things that we got to pay attention to as this game develops because
that was nearly an interception. 4th and 12, and I wonder if he's gonna punt. Doesn't look like it, though.
He hasn't had any success since he tried to run the ball on first down. And how important is it that he go for it here this early in the game?
How important is it? It's not that important. The game's tied up. It's not that important. It's not that imperative. But sometimes guys want to test the waters, and I don't think this was the time to do it. But he caught it for a touchdown. And if you know, you know. You know what I mean? And he obviously knew.
Yeah, he clearly knew. I mean, it was a beautiful free-form pass for the big play touchdown on 4th and 12, and I wouldn't expect for a receiver to be able to get behind Miami secondary like that. So is it just a matter of Cal Bear coming up and being at the line of scrimmage on that play? Or was there some kind of route combination that Memphis Doug had out there on the field to get behind the secondary?
No, that was just poor doing a poor job of staying over the top. If you're gonna have 2 guys over there, you gotta bracket that guy, have a guy over the top, have a guy underneath, and make sure that the pass isn't caught. But he clearly left his defenders in a position to where they could be beat,
Yeah, really surprising because we know that Miami defense has a lot of speed in the secondary.
Definitely.
So we'll have to see if Cal Bear makes the adjustments and decides to just play it normal and play off of the ball in that situation.
Exactly, and we got nearly a first down, a 2nd and 1. A great run by Cal Bear, gaining yards, pushing it to the limit, and trying to stay alive in this divisional round playoff game.
Just like those tackle battles you were just talking about, he was able to capitalize on one there. Got 9 yards on the play. Could have been a loss of yards, but turned it into a positive gain.
Great play by Cal Bear. As you can see, the crowd like that. Pause. The roar of the crowd actually liking this, what was going on right there. So kudos to Cal Bear on the first down.
He's doing a really good job of being patient. We've seen him in these playoffs. Hasn't really tried to force the ball downfield or into coverage too much. But he's got a nice combination of the running game and passing game here as we see him get another positive yards on first down running the ball. So, he's right where he wants to be. And neither one of them has really made a big play on defense yet. So, it's going to be interesting to see any adjustments that they make at halftime, seeing as how nobody's been able to stop the other on defense just yet.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. And we got to get some energy because I know we're calling this game early, but they're he has a and he's not able to break the play. But yeah, definitely got to add some energy to this stream, man, because uh, I know we're not used to calling games this early in the day, and you just awakened. I've just gotten off of work, but we got to bring some life to this stream. So let me drink a little bit of this imaginary coffee and get pumped up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what we're doing here. Okay, all right. Let me go break out the Pop-Tarts, eat them off air, grabbing me some Scooby snacks so we can get it pumped up here. But yeah, Cal Bear, he's making these adjustments in his pocket there.
Ooh, he caught it, but that was close. I thought it was the defender had his toes down, going for the interception. That was
Nah,
kind of
man,
close.
he didn't catch it. It's 4 for 5.
No, I know he didn't catch it.
Oh, you
But
thought it got picked off?
I thought it got picked off. That's what I'm
Oh.
looking at. Like, whoa, that could have been an interception. That was risky. We got a 4
Yeah,
for
that
5
was-
here, and he's going for it.
Yeah, that wasn't worth it at all. But like you said, they know what they're doing. Let's see what he can do.
He's
Here comes
bringing
the
the heat.
pressure. And yeah, that time Memphis taking advantage of the down and distance, able to cause the turnover on downs. And, Cal Bear's finding himself in a difficult situation here because he gave up the big fourth down play, and then Memphis was able to make a big fourth down play. So it's looking like the Texans are really grabbing control of this game.
Definitely. And if he scores here, this could change the entire dynamic of the game.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you definitely want to try to make
Oh, and
somebody
Cal Bear brings
one-dimensional.
some heat.
Yeah, he
And
came from
Davis
that
Mills goes
outside.
down.
So
Guidry, that's a guy you're familiar with.
yeah. Javelin Guidry, ex-Jet, out there making plays for the Texans. And you love to see it. I mean, no shade. These guys are going on and doing big things with other teams. Would have loved to have him this year, but it's even better to see him performing at a high level in this meaningful playoff matchup.
Definitely. Oh, and he's wide open. Oh, he's going up top. Oh, that's
Going up
Schwartz.
top 1-on-1.
Oh, and Schwartz. Okay, that's okay. That's what you have to actually account for. He has Schwartz from the Browns.
Yeah.
this
These ain't your
is-
mama's Texans.
No, this ain't your mama's Texans. He has Schwartz, and that guy is fast, and most DBs can't cover our run with him, right? 97 speed, 98 speed, probably 98 speed with the upgrade. But definitely want to make sure that you cover Schwartz in these type of situations, man. I know Cal Bear's probably devastated. Probably didn't do his homework and look at the roster prior to the game to make sure he knew. He didn't even know the Jets had Kelsey. So I know
That's what I'm talking about.
I know
Yeah.
for a fact that he didn't
Yeah.
know the Texans had Schwartz out there. And you can thank McMickens for that.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to McMickens, the master GM. It doesn't matter what league he's in. He's going to have his fingers in the pot. And I got to tell you, it looks like Schwartz was actually the receiver on that 4th and 12 bomb, and he's got 2 touchdowns. He's gone vertical and gotten behind Cal Bear's secondary. What can Cal Bear do?
Well, I just find it crazy that the Texans are the one airing it out, and the Dolphins have all these weapons and aren't airing it out like that,
I mean, the Texans, they're not coming up.
and the
They're just
intentional
bringing
grounding.
pressure. Yeah. And they're really forcing him to be one-dimensional and get out of character here. If Cal Bear's not careful, this game could be over. Like Black Phoenix always says, you can win and lose a game by the time you get to halftime. So Cal Bear is walking on the edge. He's living life dangerously right now on Halloween. And this is not the type of massacre and horror story we expected to see from him this early on in the game.
Oh, it's definitely getting scary right about now. And wow. He had 3 receivers in the same spot.
And right on cue, the nightmare continues. The Texans with the pick 6. If you're Cal Bear, what do you do? Are you going to keep fighting, or are you going to jiggle that internet cord a little bit and get out of here with a desync?
Nah, I think Cal Bear's gonna keep fighting, man. He's done a great job of game planning. I don't know if it's because he's early and he's playing uncharacteristically right now, but normally he's locked in and focused. We've seen him focused in all the previous games. He's been focused in the game of the weeks. He's been focused in the playoff matchups that he's had. So this is his 3rd time I think, well, actually, fourth time playing on prime time, Madden Underground streaming. You know, so uh, hopefully he'll be able to make the proper adjustments and put himself in a situation to where he can make a comeback.
Always the Commissioner Brian James, just a distinguished gentleman out there, really, really putting in a good word for Cal Bear. But I got to tell you, he scheduled this game, and right now it looks like he's asleep at the wheel because he doesn't even know who's on the field, and he's putting his defense in precarious situations, giving up big plays, and he's down 28-7. He's going to have to put some points on the board here if he's going to even have any hopes of trying to get back in this game. But it's not looking good for him right now. The nightmare continues.
Definitely. Yes, Hude, what's up, man? Happy Halloween to you too, bro. And yes, this is a playoff game. This is a PS5 playoff game in the Madden Underground playoffs. This is the PS5 league, and you're looking at Cal Bear versus Memphis Doug. Memphis Doug has the Texans, and Cal Bear has the Dolphins right about now. And this is the divisional rounds. We'll be advanced to the conference championship after this game.
Shout out to Hude. And based on the score and what we're seeing here, some of you may be confused thinking that it's actually April Fool's, but it isn't. This is Halloween, and right now these Dolphins are being massacred by the Texans, who are playing at home with the early lead, 28-7, and you got Anthony Schwartz to think about that. So shout out to the Cleveland Browns and Mick Mickens and everybody that's involved in those trades, because he's been the difference maker in this game so far.
Oh my gosh, that was almost picked off. That one was almost taken to the house too. It's not looking good for Cal Bear right now, but like I said, we still got a whole nother half of football to play. If he's able to put some points on the board right here and get into the second half, he may be able to make some magic happen. Yeah, he definitely dropped the home run. That was definitely going the other way.
Well, in fact, it being Halloween, I mean, at this point, I think Cal Bear, he's hearing Jason, he's hearing Freddie, he's hearing the monster. Michael Jackson talked about it on Thriller, and once again, he's giving up big plays on critical downs. It's a sack, and he wants to no-huddle this. I don't know what he saw downfield, Brian James, but it looks like Thriller.
Yeah, it's definitely getting ugly for him. And when he's definitely made a play. He made a play. We got a first down here.
Yeah, nice free-form completion.
Amari Cooper on a play. Another McNichols trade.
I gotta say that that one lyric from Thriller, you hear the door slam and realize that there's nowhere left to run. But Cal Bear comes back with the free-form passing, big completion, and he's got an opportunity to just kind of settle down a little bit. Maybe he can put some points on the board here. But Memphis Doug is not going to make it that easy for him.
Definitely not. And we thank everyone that's tuning in right now. We appreciate your viewership. Be sure to visit maddenunderground.com. We'll be doing a full update on all the playoff games that happened and transpired and results this week. Also, tune into the Madden Underground podcast on Wednesday, as we'll try to have a Super Bowl guest join us and talk about, the upcoming season, the next season.
And, you talk about it. We got a little Halloween playoff action going here, but that Xbox Pro League wrapped it up last night. And I got to tell you, we got a lot to talk about on Wednesday. There's a lot of information that's going to be given out. There's a lot of recapping that's going to happen. And
great play by Cal Bear. Touchdown.
I just hope that these PS5 playoffs continue the way they're going, so they can match the intensity and the spectacle that we saw on the Xbox Pro side.
Hey, whoever comes out of this one as the winner is definitely gonna be a banger, because they're gonna face Assassin, and then you got Fetty versus Jelly on the other side of the bracket, and yeah, it's the best of the best are on the stage, man, are coming to the stage. So I can't wait.
Yeah, and speaking of waiting, unfortunately we haven't had an opportunity to see Fetty and those undefeated Cowboys play on the big stage, but we know that we're not going to have to wait much longer for that. We're going to get an opportunity to see that, so it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to. And like you said, we have some hell games, big dogs playing, and you can't afford to be making mistakes. So Cal Bear looks like he moved his corner off, maybe anticipating that Schwartz may be getting the ball if he doesn't make that adjustment. So
Well, Schwartz just went to the other side of the field, and this guy is lined up on the opposite side. So
and
that's
it
not
looks
good.
like he's wide open, and like
That's
you
never
said,
good. That's not good. You know what I mean? Like if
never good.
you're manned up on a guy that's on the opposite side of the field, then that's a recipe for disaster right there. Cal Bear needs to get it together on defense.
Yeah, yeah. Reminds me of that insurance commercial where you got those people running and they're like, head for the cemetery. You know, Cal Bear knows that this is the one receiver he can't let get loose, and he didn't make any adjustments there, and it cost him the first down.
And he got an interception. Great play by Cal Bear. If he's able to score. Oh, great play. That was a much needed turnover before the half. If he's able to do something, if he's able to turn this into points, this could be huge.
Yeah, you like the way he broke off and covered the middle of the field. It was a huge play, and we're going to have to see some more of that if we expect for him to get back into this game. And, we could say momentum shift, but I don't know. I'm looking at that meter. I haven't seen him move that much. So hopefully if Cal Bear can put some points on the board here, he'll have an opportunity to get that momentum that you're talking about.
He's bringing him down. If he's able to get some time in the pocket, great catch. He has a timeout. Okay, we got action. Cal Bear has action right now, man. Cal Bear has action. This may be a momentum. If he's able to score here, it definitely could be a momentum shift.
Definitely. And, you got to wonder what Memphis Doug is thinking right now. Maybe he goes back to the running game the next time he gets the ball, because he pretty much had Cal Bear in the palm of his hand.
Definitely.
And that's a good way to start it off, right? You get a big sack. You know that clock is ticking down. Cal Bear's got one timeout left. So here's a run.
Great run.
Couldn't break the last tackle, but he better call a timeout here. Otherwise, he's not going to get anything out of this.
No, he's going to call it. He's going to settle for the 3.
All right. And you know what? He forced the turnover, and he's able to get points out of it. So it looks like we're going to be going into the half with the score 28-17. What are the adjustments that you think need to be made on both sides of the ball?
Memphis Douglas needs to stay with the run game, and Cal Bear needs to, I guess, keep on doing what he's doing. Whatever adjustments he just made on the defensive side of the ball, he needs to stick with that. But he's getting the ball back here in the second half to start the second half, and if he's able to score, we got a totally different type of ball game here.
Again, Commissioner Brian James out here dropping gems. And for a lot of you that may be asking, why isn't this man in the playoffs? Well, I'll just tell you straight up. There's a lot that goes into bringing you this A++ experience for Madden Underground. And in addition to that, you also want to thank EA, who made some modifications to the running game. And by the time they fixed it and righted the ship, it was a little bit too late. But I promise you, we're lucky to have him here, because next season he's probably going to be in the playoffs with those Tennessee Titans. So shout out to Brian James and all of the hard work and effort that you put into making this league a wonderful experience for everybody. And shout out to you again for, not being selfish and throwing some gems on how you can become a better Madden player and have success in the game.
Appreciate it. But we gotta get back to this matchup, because we got a 2nd and 17, man. And I was just expecting a lot more from Tyreek Hill. And he has a lot of slow developing plays. And X was open. I know you want to throw it to X, but it was too late.
And that's a really good question. Like, you've had Tyreek on your team all year. Why aren't you getting him the football? Like you said, there's a lot of, late and slow developing plays that are causing the pocket to collapse. You have to wonder, what is Cal Bear going to do to get this man the ball? Because right now he hasn't been effective and hasn't had an impact in this game at all.
No. And the way I think this is going to be a sack. Okay. Great read, great pass.
Yeah, but it's still 4th and 4, so he's going to have to figure out where he wants to throw the ball here. Again, Tyreek Hill has not had an impact. We know he's got an ability. He's an X factor. He's the fastest man on the field, fastest man in the game, but he has not been a difference maker in this game. Let's see what happens on 4th down.
We had a great play right there by Cal Bear. As he drives, pushes the ball up the field, gets to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, hot read getting it out to the running back, but that pressure was coming. Memphis Doug is not waiting around to see if Cal Bear's made the right adjustments so he can get that ball to Tyreek Hill. He's bringing the pressure. Is there any adjustments that Cal Bear can do? Is it the formation? Is it the route combinations? What can he do to get Tyreek Hill involved?
Possibly touch passes in the rounds. Something that's going to build up the confidence and morale of the quarterback. Possibly something that could take a little bit of those points off of the momentum meter, things like that. But you want to get the team going in a positive way. And easy passes, pitch and catch passes are plays to get the team going. Great play.
And right on cue, easy pitch and catch. And Tyreek Hill finally able to have an impact on this game as he gets the 1st down. And, you know, you got to wonder if Cal Bear is going to really figure out and take advantage of those ways to get him the ball, like you said, so he can get his team into a good rhythm and get that momentum meter down.
Definitely. Cal Bear's about to force something here. I think we saw in the playoffs, we've seen a lot of players forcing plays that didn't need to be forced. Could have easily thrown it away. Took off with the quarterback, maybe got 2 yards. And I don't know if you noticed, Philly, but you can actually scramble with the quarterback again. They've done something to the game to where you can actually scramble with the quarterback again. You can run lanes, you can juke, and all that stuff. But
well, just playing off of that, I mean, you look at it at the setup right now, and that whole right side of the field is available for him to scramble. He's got multiple receivers on the right, and he's not taking advantage of that particular strategy, Brian James. You just got to wonder, is he dialed in to the point where he's got predetermined reads, and if it's not there, then he's just going to throw the ball away?
It's possible. Everybody comes into a game with a particular game plan in mind, but then when that heat gets in, it gets hot in the kitchen, and your quarterback doesn't have the time to make the reads and things like that. You see what happens. And this is a great catch.
Here we go. We get a critical ag catch there for the score. Pressure does bust pipes, so you've got to wonder if Cal Bear has found something that he can utilize as we see him go for 2 here the next time that he gets the ball playing against these Texans.
Oh, and he's down 3. We got a ball game now. He cooking now. Cal Bear looking like Cal Bear. And what people fail to realize and don't know about Cal Bear is he has a photographic memory. So what happens is with that ability, if you run something on him and you try to run it again, he's able to figure out a defense really fast and adjust really fast to what it is that you're doing. And the way he baited Memphis Doug on that last drive or that last possession was a work of art. He made him think he was trailing the post, and he clicked on and made a tackle. Made an interception and was able to get a turnover that resulted in 3 points. So right before the half. So that was huge. But great tackle, great stop. And I don't know, Cal Bear looks like he's making the adjustments he needs to make. And let's see if Memphis Doug can do something about it.
High praise from the commissioner, Brian James. Apparently, Cal Bear is now considered to be a Madden savant. And be that as it may, Memphis Doug is still up 3 with the ball, and he looks and push the ball down the field, unable to make the completion. But it looks like he's gotten away from that running game that you talked about a little bit earlier. And he's giving Cal Bear an opportunity to get back in and win this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And these are both two very talented players. Memphis Doug is a member of the Toxic Boys. Cal Bear was once in a crew with Dimes where they had the Suicide Squad, and they were dominating on Gamer Saloon. So, a lot of mad history between these two players.
It's 4th and 10 on the 25-yard line. Are we going to see our first punt of the game? And we
First punt of the
are.
game, and if he's able to, if Cal Bear is able to do something with this possession, oh boy, it could get scary. Oh great, you might want to go down, buddy. Those tackle battles, and if you
Had
match
some
that
hizzy.
that R1 or that RB button for the Xbox users, you can, if you click off of the guy that's making the tackle and click on another guy and run over and press that RB button, you can punch that thing out and recover and force a turnover.
Go dropping yet another gem. Hope you got your mental drops activated. Brian James giving it to you over the microphone. But, we're seeing Cal Bear methodically get back into this game. What is Memphis Doug thinking? I mean, he had a 3-score lead. And right now, he's only got a 3-point lead, and he doesn't even have the football anymore.
The thing is, it was a 3-score lead, but the thing about this particular 3-score lead that Memphis Doug had, sometimes you get a false sense of security when you're able to score really quick, really fast, and things like that. And great defense and an interception, and great turnover by Memphis Doug. And that's, what was that? Nelson.
Yeah, that's that play. False sense of security you're talking about there. Cal Bear throwing off his back foot downfield, trying to get the ball to Tyreek, and Memphis Doug clicks on, makes the interception. And so he's got to be feeling a little bit more confident now. And there he goes, with the run game, only able to get 2 yards, but maybe that's going to be the momentum that he needed to get control of this game again.
Could very well be. Like I said, if Memphis Doug sticks with this run, it could definitely be ball game for Cal Bear. But Cal Bear seems to be adjusting pretty well as of late. And he's going up top again. And he looks like he has a step. And he's going to beat him again for a touchdown.
And that's what you don't want to happen. But we've been calling that man's name all game.
Schwartz.
That's Anthony Schwartz with his 3rd touchdown. I mean, there's absolutely no reason for Cal Bear not to know that this man is on the Texans. That's been the deep threat, and he didn't make the defensive adjustment there, Brian James. So just like that, he's back to being down 2 scores. Have we seen Memphis Doug figure it out and he's ready to lock in and close it out?
We got it. Like I said, we've seen crazier things happen in these playoffs. So I'm not gonna say close it out, but he has an opportunity, if he can get a stop here, to enhance his opportunity to seal the deal.
Definitely. Like you said, it's been a heavyweight bout thus far, back and forth, adjustments being made by both teams, and Cal Bear fighting, trying to get beyond the line of scrimmage, but he's unable to do so. Jailbreak screen gone wrong, a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Let's see if he can try to get the ball to Tyreek Hill in this final quarter, a difference maker, an X factor, because he's going to need it being down 2 scores in this divisional round matchup, with an opportunity to go to the AFC Championship and square off against VA Assassin and those Los Angeles Chargers.
And that's what everybody wants to see. A big-time matchup. We got Fetty versus Jelly again, and we got Assassin awaiting the winner of this game. And Assassin's been pretty dominant lately. Like, a lot of people thought he was going to lose the sprint. A lot of people thought he was going to lose the King Karan in the first game. But he was able to pull those games out, man. So that's kudos to Assassin, man, on bouncing back and making big plays. And he is taking too long to get that pass off.
He's definitely taking too long. And, you talk about Assassin, waiting in the wings for the winner of this game. He's had a magical run himself. And I just want to put it out there, a lot of his success has been limited by VA Dimes, but VA Dimes is not only in the NFC, but he's also out of the PS5 playoffs. So it's looking like anything is possible for Assassin right now. Would you say that he's the favorite regardless of the outcome of this game?
No. Are you talking about Assassin?
Yes, Assassin being
No,
the favorite
I
to
don't
come
think
out of the
I don't
AFC.
think I don't think once we advance past this round, I don't think there are any favorites. It's just it's gonna be some good matchups, and it's gonna be styles make fights, and it's gonna be how these styles, the style of play of these players, match up with one another.
There you go again, dropping another gem. A lot of times, like you said, people start feeling themselves and winning games on paper as we see the completion down the
Ooh,
field to Waddle. And, Cal Bear, he's going down swinging. You love to see it, but that momentum meter hasn't really been on his side the entire game.
no, it hasn't. It hasn't. It definitely hasn't. And he got another wide open man, another juke. Waddle gets down to the 7 yard line, and Cal Bear he's not out of this game. He just, if he scores here in some capacity, is able to keep it going. And he gets in. Great play by Tua.
Rolled out and scrambled to the right side like you had been encouraging him to do. And, Tua was fighting for that touchdown, got every bit of it. And once again, the lead has been cut to 3. So Cal Bear coming up clutch and big in the fourth quarter, getting the ball to his playmakers, making great reads and decisions right now. Are we going to see Memphis Doug continue to run the ball, or is he going to be looking for more big play over the top action with Schwartz?
Yeah. Schwartz has been on offense lately. Like almost all the points have been scored by Schwartz. You know what I mean? So you definitely you have to account for that guy. You have to know where he is at all times on the field, because if you don't, he's gonna burn you. That's what he's been doing all game long. He's been burning Cal Bear all game long. He's doing a good job of, baiting him with the run, pulling him down, and then hitting him over the top.
And, it could have been disastrous right there. We saw Cal Bear was playing on the same corner that was supposed to be covering the man that was motioned out, who just happened to be Schwartz. But Memphis decided to run the ball there. Got 2 yards on the play. And curious to see what he does here with the receiver coming across the field. Got time in the pocket, makes the completion to a man not named Schwartz. And it just seems to be nobody willing to make tackles out there. So got a couple more yards than he anticipated, and I'm keeping my eye on his clock, Brian James. We're down to the 3.5 minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Definitely. And we're going to find out who are going to be meeting up in the AFC Championship in less than 4 minutes. And a little over 3 minutes, I should say. And Pierce.
Getting positive yards in the play. And for those of you paying attention to the clock, you can see that Chew clock is definitely on. So Memphis Doug taking advantage of having the lead, the ball, and the Chew clock feature, so he can get out here with a win and face off against Assassin in that AFC Championship round.
Definitely. And when my opponent, we got a big sack right there. And when my opponent chews clock on me in the midst of me trying to make a comeback, it always feels like that movie Out of Time, where you're racing, and if you know that when that time expired, you do too. So that's kind of what it feels like. But you definitely like who that's saying in the chat. Definitely got to get him. Stop him here. You can't get no more than a field goal on this drive.
And you got to believe he's going to wait for that 2 minute warning to hit. Going to manipulate that clock in all its fullest. It's 3rd and 18. And if he doesn't get this first down with a big play, is there a possibility that he goes for it on 4th down?
No. Well, maybe. 2 minutes left. I wouldn't risk it, but I guess.
Okay, he gets out of the pocket, rolls out to the
Wide
right,
open.
looks for a man wide open down the field, and
I'm not going to say it's over, but that was unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, but, Huday's been calling it out in the chat. Got to stop him here. Got to hold him to a field goal. Cal Bear still has his 3 timeouts left. Unfortunately, this clock is still ticking because it's after the 2 minute warning. So, when should he start calling these timeouts?
I would say after this play.
Right, got a predictable run play. Excellent defense. Loss of 2, and there it is. There's the use of the first timeout. Cal Bear and these Dolphins, they can tighten up because, it's only a 3-point game. You got to figure if you can hold them to a field goal here and you get the ball, you have the weapons in Waddle and Tyreek Hill to just win the game by scoring a touchdown. So, Memphis Doug getting back to that ground game, getting the clock moving, trying to cut it back up the field, is only able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2 yards on the play, 3rd and 10. Cal Bears got 1:07 left. And this is probably one of the biggest plays of the game here. Are we going to see a run play or a pass play?
I would go. You kind of have to pass because you want to get the first down. First down ends this. But he's gonna run, and he gets the first down.
Ends it, but he runs.
Oh, he's 4 inches. 4 inches.
Gets 4 inches. So he is an inch away from advancing to the AFC Championship round, squaring off against VA Assassin. You got to think you're going for that goal line quarterback sneak here. Does he try something different? Because you got to think Cal Bear is going to run commit here. And he gives up the first down.
Wow.
What a way to end the game. Cal Bear has got to be disgusted with himself. No more need to be said. No more needs to be done. Victory formation. These Texans are moving on.
Self-inflicted.
Wow. And we got Sprint saying karma for being too worried about me. And you know what? There may be some truth to that, Sprint, because that's not how you want to end the game. It's not how you want to end the game. And, it's just been a nightmare of a game on Halloween. Cal Bear and the Dolphins going home. Houston Texans, Memphis Doug making all the big plays when it mattered the most. They are moving on to the AFC Championship round against VA Assassin and those Los Angeles Chargers. Man, how do you process this, Brian James? Like, you got to go back and you got to face Brent in the chat. You got to face, everybody that you were riding and just expressing your innermost thoughts to. What do you say when you lose a game because you caused a defensive penalty?
That's just unfortunate. That was just like an unfortunate incident. It's kind of like the DJ Moore play yesterday where you make a big play and then you kind of take yourself out of the game by doing a bozo move, kind of like throwing your helmet in a sense like that. But see right here, when a game does that, you need to go to the stats. And it's gonna bring the score back, and then when you click on it, see right there. That's why the game doesn't save the scores right there. That's wanted to give you guys this information now. When you say, "Oh, my game didn't save," it's because you wait for this screen, and the score disappears. Right? You have to go back to the stat screen, so the score pops back up, and then you finish game, and then it'll save your game.
Okay, and it doesn't matter which player does it. If you see this, these are the steps you need to take.
If you see this, somebody needs to do it.
Got you.
But definitely, let's click on stats. Go back out. The score pops back up. Finish game.
There we go.
And then you see it saves. These are just a few to work around. You see, he gets his abilities and everything saves. Fine. But that's just a few of the workarounds that people don't know about with the franchise mode. There's a lot of things you can do to work around the mishaps and errors in the game. That's just one of them. But yeah, it's just a very unfortunate incident with Cal Bear. I would have liked to see what would have happened on that play had he not jumped off sides. But sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. But we're gonna advance the league, the PS5 league, to the conference championship round, and let these guys duke it out, man. Hopefully they'll play tomorrow, so we can do some commentary. But it's gonna be a lot of trick or treating and festivities going on tonight. So, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Myself, Philly Guy, and on behalf of Madden Underground. Also, go to Madden Underground, click on that merch store. You can get you a Madden Underground hat, get you a Madden Underground t-shirt. Show them that t-shirt, Philly Guy. Yo, get your
Well, you know,
Madden.
this is my work shirt.
No, get your.
I'm required in my contractual obligations to rock this. So, lucky me, this is part of being a part of Madden Underground. But you can go into the merch store and you can accessorize. You know what I'm saying? We got those dope slides that you can rock with. You can
Coordinate.
get a shirt. You know what I'm saying? You can get a hat. You can come out looking like a champion, even if you didn't make the playoffs. So definitely check out that merch store. And you talked about it earlier, Brian James. You wanted the energy to pick up. You got to imagine with Halloween being tonight and all the candy that's going to be out there, people are going to get or going to have left over. It's going to be a lot of people hopped up on some sugar tomorrow. So these games are going to be insane. Looking forward to us advancing, like you said. And man, how do they make sure they don't miss any of this playoff action? Because it has been intense.
Oh, be sure to hit that like, that follow button, that subscribe button, wherever you may be viewing from. Your viewership is definitely appreciated. Shout out to everybody that has hit the follow button. Who they appreciate you dropping by again, bro. Sprint dropping by, Calberry even dropping by in the chat after losing. But yeah, Snypz too, man. We appreciate you all dropping by. We got a lot more playoff action. You guys don't want to miss it. We got two championship games and a Super Bowl to call for you guys. So make sure you guys are here tomorrow and Wednesday. You guys don't want to miss the action. So with that being said, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys and shout out to Memphis Doug. Congratulations, bro. I see you in the chat. You did your thing, bro. And we look forward to seeing what you can do in the championship rounds, man. You guaranteed $100 regardless at this point. But we want to see what you can get to that, either that $300 or that $700, man. Maybe you can collect on some of that big cash if you can win the next game, if you can defeat Assassin. So hopefully you get the job done. But we'll definitely be here. Looking forward to seeing what happens, and I hope everybody else tunes in to see who gets that big pot as we advance to the next round. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Be sure to hit that like, follow, subscribe button, and we're out of here. We'll be back soon.